Hey guys, this update. So I ends up with a new Christ for a day, and he decided to take me into Zero, and Zero is outside of Christ consciousness, Christianity. Okay, so he took me out, and I asked him. I thought I wasn't supposed to go in Zero because the guys earlier, a week ago, this one guy tried to kill me, damn near did, watched the video, it's crazy, and shot me with a laser, and it almost killed me. Later, Christ found out there was two other guys he was working with, and Christ was chasing them, trying to catch him. And he will. Anyway, I ended up having another dream a couple days later where I am breaking up some kind of trafficking, human trafficking in the spirit world. And I don't know how you traffic souls in the spirit world, but these two guys were working with a bunch of other bad guys trafficking human souls. I have no idea other than that. And I dreamt that too. Christ came in during that dream and broke that up, busted them all, put them in prison. Week later, here I am in Zero. I asked Christ, well, why am I in Zero? He goes, we're going to teach you new stuff you're going to have. And he said, I'm having a lesson. There's new lessons that he can do in Zero space. Zero. And Zero is just like the illusion here. Just like here on Earth. You got bad guys, you got good guys on all levels. Okay? And it's just live and let live. Okay? More or less. Bad guys, good guys, people on all levels. So here I am in Zero, outside Christ consciousness. Felt really great because I was out, well, all my life I was outside Zero. I was inside Zero, like, okay. Then I spent 7 years in Christ consciousness with Christ. All of Christ is a Christ world where Christians go. And you can go from Christ consciousness world into Zero world, okay? Back and forth. It's just the way it is. But they kept me there to heal me up. Do all this is my first time I know that I'm conscious and Christ is with me. Took me into Zero to do these lessons. So I had a lesson. I fell asleep. Within 2 hours I was awake, and I had the lesson. And the Christ gives you lessons in dreams, and this is a lesson. So this is the dream I had, but it's a lesson from Christ. So he influences my dream and gives me a lesson in the dream. Here it is. I'm in the front yard of my house when I was a kid, younger, where I used to live in reality. But I'm in a dream, and I'm dreaming of the house. And I'm in the front yard. All of a sudden a car comes racing down the road, starts swerving. The rear end starts swerving. It swerves into my front yard, crashes into the fence, separating my property from the neighbors. Crashes, so the car's half and half on the property. All of a sudden a guy and a girl get out of the car, and they're on top of the car jumping around, screaming, yelling, and I can clearly tell they're on drugs. I don't know what kind. They got these dark rings under their eyes, like they're all drugged out and they're skinny and got zits and things all over them. And they're screaming at us, just at lunacy. They're out to nut. They're out to fucking lunch. And so I'm looking at them, and my buddy, he calls 911 to report the crash, and that there's two crazy people running around that crashed the car. And so he called the cops, and the cops are coming. My mom's looking out the window behind us. She's in the house. I look at Mom, and she goes, she points to her ear. And I said, I went, yeah. And that was referring to, I could hear the sirens coming, so the cops were on the way. All of a sudden, I looked down the road, and the sirens stopped. The cop had the car blocked on the road. And the crazy people jumped from the car to the driveway. And they were running around the driveway going crazy. And I looked down the road, the cop blocked the road off, he had his lights on. And between the cop and my house was a semi-truck stopped, blocking the road too. Which I couldn't figure out. Why is there a semi-truck stopped in the middle of the road, vertical? That leads to ETs. But back to the dream. All of a sudden, the crazy people are back on the front of the car, jumping around, screaming and swearing, and looking like they're gonna kill us any minute. And I'm like, "Fuck! Where are the cops? Where are the cops?" I look down, and there's a little toddler at my feet. I don't know who she is. I have no idea. There's a little toddler, and she's walking to the people that are screaming. She's just walking over there, and I ran at her from behind, and I grabbed her, scooped her up, put her in my arms, and ran her to the side of the house where my mom came and took her. And I'm watching these crazy people ready to kick their ass if they do anything until the cops get there, right? So just then, I wake up in my bed. I'm wide awake. Christ is talking to me. Like, when I wake up, I'm lucid still, and my skins are open, and I'm talking to Christ. Christ is saying, and he goes, "You did it." He goes, "You passed, flying colors." And I'm going, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, that was a lesson dream." And I'm going, "What?" And he goes, "Well, in the chaos of the moment, and the crazy people, you saved the little kid." And I go, "Well, I was waiting for the cops to show up." And he goes, "Yeah, but you saved the little kid." And I go, "Well, yeah. Save a dog or save a freaking bird," right? And he's going, "Well, whatever, you passed. That was a lesson. But you'd save the innocent kid from the crazies." And I'm going, "That's a lesson." And he goes, "Yeah, that's a lesson." And I go, "Well, why didn't the cops show up?" And he goes, "You don't get it yet, do you?" And I go, "No." He goes, "You're the cop." Symbolically, I'm the cop, right? So basically, that's why the cops never showed up, because the cops were already there, taking care of business. And I'm like, "All right, whatever, cool." Then another little girl that's hanging out with Christ, and she was talking. She goes, "Did you see me? Did you see me? Did you see me?" And I'm like, "Wow, I saved a little girl." And she goes, "Yeah, that was me. That you see me? Did you see me?" And I go, yeah, I picked you up." And she goes, I know. And I guess Christ put her in the dream for me to save her. And he was using her in the dream. So she was all excited that I seen her and saved her. She was crying and everything. I guess it's a big thing. So anyway, to me it was just a dream. One of thousands Christ has given me over lesson dreams. So I got to talking to Christ. Well, I said, okay. I go, again, I want to know, how come I'm in zero? I thought these guys were chasing me and trying to kill me. These two on the run guys that were hanging out with the laser gun guy that the Christ never caught. And he goes, "We already caught him a week ago." I'm like, "What?" And I go, "Why don't you tell me?" And he goes, "You caught him. You caught him. And a lot of other people." I'm going, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "You remember the dream where they were trafficking people across the river?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "And you went in there and pissed off the mobsters that were running the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "And they attacked you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "The two guys worked with that gang of bad guys trafficking people across the river." In a dream I had, but it was actually reality. Well, in the spirit world. Okay? So Christ caught all them bad guys that were trafficking people in the spirit world. Two of the guys they were chasing two of the guys Christ was chasing because they were associated with the guy who shot me earlier. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me that when it happened? And I asked, I go, well, the only thing I heard from Christ was, I thought when I had that dream, I didn't know Christ busted him. I had no idea. I had never heard anything else about it. And he goes, I thought you knew. And I'm like, I didn't know nothing. So I asked, I go, okay, awesome, great. And he goes, oh yeah. And he goes, they were trafficking children too. And we caught them all. And I don't know what they were doing. I never had time to ask because I was on to other things. Basically, somehow they traffic souls from one bad gang to another in the spirit world, in the lower astral. Okay. I went in. My soul puts me in dreams. When I go to bed, my spirit takes off, goes to the bad guys. Christ is in me. I have a dream where bad guys are attacking me. Christ busts them all because those are the guys. I just dream it. Christ is there to bust them. So I'm like a spirit cop. I don't know. So I asked, okay, fine, that's all done. That's how that ended. I then asked Christ, well, the monkey dude. Now the monkey dude is a monkey dressed in a suit and tie, black suit and tie, and he chased me throughout my childhood in high school, public school and high school, all my ET contacts. And he chased me around, and he would want a briefcase I was holding. And this is what I dreamt about after every ET contact. And basically what he is, he's like a energy archon thing. He's not of Christ. He's not of anything. He was made by a bunch of black ops, government people, or people in the spirit world, either or, to do one thing. Get information from people in reality and in the spirit world who have ET contacts. He goes and finds out why that happened. Either in physical reality, for people in physical reality, or in the spirit world, groups in the spirit world. Either way, this fucker's been chasing me around for 25 years or more, throughout when I'm a kid in high school and public school. I wanted him dead, but I was always too afraid to kill him, or fight him, or anything. Because I seen chimps tear each other apart on National Geographic shows. Like literally, chimp comes up, rip your fucking jaw off, rip your eye off, rip your arm off, beat you over the head with it. They're like Sasquatch type, whatever. They'll just rip you apart. I knew that in my head. So I never, in my dreams, when this thing's chasing me, I never turn around and punch it. Because it's a chimp in a suit and tie. Okay? Now, I call him the monkey dude. And I got Christ to go after him. Christ couldn't catch him. So I asked Christ after this dream, did you catch the monkey dude? He said, no, we never caught the monkey dude. Not yet. And I'm like, okay. And I go, and he added some other stuff. He goes, also, the monkey dude kept you safe. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I want to kill it. I want you to catch it and kill it. Or whatever you gotta do, do it. And he goes, oh, we will. But I just want you to know that this monkey dude that was chasing you around your whole life, and he knows, Christ knows everything. All my experiences. Christ telling me it kept me safe. When I had my ET contact, the monkey dude would show up immediately that night. And he'd chase me around in my dream all night. Okay, throughout my whole life. And it was all about getting information from that contact with the ET. So I asked him now, and he goes, it kept you safe. And I go, why did it keep me safe? And he goes, because other interested parties, and other entities were after the same information. and they were worse, and they would have done worse things to you. But the only reason they didn't is because the monkey dude was chasing you at that time. And the monkey thing, and the monkey entity, whatever the fuck it was, it would be chasing me, and by it doing that, would keep away all the other bad entities that wanted to kick my ass and get the information. So however powerful this monkey thing was, it kept all the other baddies away. This monkey. He basically said, Rich is mine. Anybody interferes with him, I'm going to kick your ass. So get the hell out of here. So basically all I had was the monkey dude chasing me around in the spirit world. Now, if the monkey dude wasn't chasing me around after my ET contact, I would have had 100 fucking other bad things coming at me. That's what Cray said. So there you go. It's just some more information about the ET contact in the physical and what happens in the spirit world, okay? And this is after 50 fucking years, okay? This is 50-year ET contact, I'm telling you guys right now. All right? It's over a 50-year span of shit that happened to me in the spirit world. How many other people are you going to get this from? Anyway, all right. So, that's what happened. Now, I have the helicopter pilot. I looked him in the eye. I know who he is. Not as good. I can go back and get it though. Mom can get it. I have the 2 black ops that were following me around, and nearly drove me insane. And there were 2 black ops guys. I had a contact on Silver Street. Check the video out. It's called Silver Street Blues 1, 2, 3. Where the hell I had a ET contact. Black helicopter showed up. 2 black ops started following me around. Guys in suits. In reality, they chased me. They didn't chase me around, but they were following me, stalking me. They broke into my house, bugged it. They kicked my dog. I told them to fuck off. Then they came to the coffee shop and confronted me in the coffee shop where I was working while no one was in there. They didn't say a damn thing. You gotta watch the video. Anyway, so I know who. I looked them right in the eyes. They looked at me right in the eyes. I got them. I know their feel. I got them. I know their feel. I can hook up to them right now and go get them. But my plan is with Christ to go get them. And if they're still alive, I can tag. Christ can tag them. So when they die, they can get. They're either going outside of Christ consciousness, they're not going to be Christians unless they have to go through the whole series of confessions and things that Christ does, and atonements and healing and whatever. I don't know all the words for it. I don't even know what I went through. Watch the video. So those 2 guys I got, I'm going to get Christ to tag them, or if they're dead, I'm going to the spirit world grabbing them with Christ. Well, I won't do anything. I just show up beside him. Christ grabs him. So, how I do that is, before I get into that, there's one more, the same event on Silver. At the end, the last event, other than the black dimensional jumper that appeared out of nowhere and pushed me out in front of a bus and then was gone. I never got hit, by the way. Thank God. And I saw him 2 or 3 times on that Silver experience. And he's already been dealt with. I forgot everything, more or less, what they said. There's a video about it in that experience I had. But right at the end, there was a military remote viewer who was working for the military. At the end, I'm working in the coffee shop. The military remote viewer hooks up to me, and I'm looking down a tunnel right at him while I'm pouring fucking coffee in a coffee shop. This guy's drilling me. So I went down, I let go, I checked out spiritually. I went down to him, I reached out with my spirit hands right up to his chest, felt him. I know who he is. I can feel him right now. I don't know his name, but I know the feel. So Christ can get him. Anyway, in that experience, I grabbed the guy and started punching him in the face. He freaked out and broke the connection. So he worked for the military, one of these remote viewers. He was working for the military. I went to him and started punching him out. And see, that's how it happens. You have an ET contact. You got the monkey dudes showing up. You got the black ops, the black helicopters, and these fucking military remote viewers who are hooking up to you, digging for information. Now, how does the military, how does the remote viewer get the information from black ops? So he either got that information from the two suit and tie guys, okay? He got the information to do the remote viewing on me from these two suit and tie guys that were stalking me, or he got it from the monkey dude. Okay, now the monkey dude got his information eventually after stalking me for fucking weeks, but that's how the military remote viewer. So you see all this bullshit on the fucking internet about military remote viewers, okay? They're not go find the evil Russian submarine, okay? This is what they do. They hooked up to me, and they got it because they tracked the UFO over my house, sent out the two grunts, the black op guys, stalked me for a week. Then they got the military remote viewer to find out more information about me and the ETs. Now, if it was, and I ended up punching him in the fucking face in the spirit world, which freaked him out, broke the connection. Now, that was the one time. I'm going back either today, tomorrow, or the next day, sometime this week. I'm going to nab that son of a bitch. And Christ's going to nab him. So he's got a bad day coming. And we're going to bust his ass, and we're going to bust that whole fucking little syndicate. Because I've had it. And Christ is going to bust him, not me. I'm just taking Christ to the bad guys. Then Christ busts that military remote viewer. Either he's dead or alive. Christ talks to his soul, and his soul goes, and Christ goes, well, you're not getting into Christ until you give up every fucking secret you have. Every secret. You do not go to Christ unless you give up every secret you have. His soul, is going to tell Christ every goddamn thing that happened. All the players, all the victims, all the bad deeds, all the wrongdoings, who, what, when, where, why. To the military, all the Area 51 motherfuckers, all the people that Illuminati control grid, all of them, they're all fucking going to be exposed as far as I want by one military remote viewer. This guy's spiritual. That's why he's a military remote viewer. His spirit knows. His spirit fucking knows. And he's living in zero. Because in Christ's consciousness, you wouldn't have been able to do that. You can't come and fuck with me. You can't come and fuck with anybody. This guy's working for the fucking black ops. So all these military remote viewers out there who are saving the world from the Russians and alien Al-Qaeda bases and shit, fuck off. No, you're not. You're working in zero. You're not with Christ. And you're working for fucking black ops. You're working for fucking Illuminati and the fucking control grid on the earth. You're part of the fucking disease. You're part of the fucking parasite. Now smarten the fuck up because you know fucking better. Sorry. It fucking drives me to the edge of fucking insanity. The rage. See my skin turning red? Anyway. I'm getting Christ. I already put in a complaint. I was abused. Christ said, yeah, you were abused. Just from the story. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. Fuck it. I don't know. I lay down. I meditate. I wake up. I'm with Christ. Christ comes into me. And I will myself to that guy. Right to his soul. Christ goes, how you doing, buddy? Let's have a chat. Done. The whole ring's exposed. And he goes from one military remote viewer to the fucking general, to the captain, to all the black ops, and all he does is collect information from the soul. And it's all done. They keep doing their shit, but they ain't going to Christ. Christ knows. That's how it works. In a simple way. Simply put. Anyway. That's what's going on. I know I swear a lot, but I'm angry. Alright, guys. So and this shit is real in the spirit world. It can kill you. The guy that shot me with the laser gun, there was 2 more guns that were more powerful that Christ got. You're laying in bed sleeping. This guy walks up to you and goes in your heart. You're dead. She died of a heart attack. She died of a heart attack in her sleep. How many people die every day of a heart attack in their sleep? Okay? No one can know the difference. Nobody knows. And tell me, this thing hit my shoulder, knocked me out of my body. Instant astral travel. But I was still connected in the light. My soul went out, back and forth like this, all crazy. And I sucked myself back in. And Christ said I could have died. If that laser would have hit my heart instead of my shoulder, I would have died. Crazy. He's still in jail right now, so I don't know what's going to happen to him. Watch the series of videos anyway. The last few videos since it happened. Follow the videos and it tells you updates. Awesome stuff, guys. This happens in the spirit world all the time. And I'm catching these mother effers as fast as I can. Alright? I mean, now that I can do it. I can't do it in reality. I mean, I can, but I'd be put in jail and I don't want to do that. So I just get crazy to do it. Whatever happened to me, the spirit skins getting ripped out, it all worked up to this point where I'm with Christ and I can go around nab bad guys. Mom, my inner light, my spark, she takes me right into the fucking snake pit and says, bad guy. Christ grabs him. Right there. So I got an interesting future to go. Okay, later guys.